Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is Okpe with stories trending around the world. Good morning, OG.
Good
How
morning,
are you doing?
Leila. How are you?
Good.
Hi, Dr. Abati. We can wave today because we're in England.
It's this.
Oh, it's like this.
As a royal wave.
As a royal wave.
Yeah.
How are you, Tundu? You look lovely
Great.
in your
Thank
pink.
you, darling. So do you.
Good morning to you, viewers. On today's What's Trending, we will be discussing the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan's shocking decision to step back as senior members of the royal family, what the implications are, the royal family tensions, and how the world have been reacting to the news. First, it was reported that on Wednesday, the Queen had asked Prince Harry not to issue the statement announcing that he and his wife will be pulling back from royal duties, but he went ahead with the statement. Alongside the statement, they also released a new updated version of their website. The new site includes more details about their vision for their future. The website suggests that while Harry and Meghan intend to become financially independent, they are still planning to rely on publicly funded security and make use of their official residence, the recently renovated Frogmore in Windsor. I mean, this decision has raised more questions than answers. I know we were talking about this yesterday, and we were, concerned that he didn't actually talk to the Queen, but apparently he did, and he defied the Queen.
Who defies the monarch? I mean, how
Yes.
very dare he?
Yes,
I just think she was handled very badly.
Right.
He's told the Queen his concerns, and I'm in full support of him and his wife wanting to live a particular life.
Right.
They're adults, they're entitled to that. It's the manner that it was handled. I think the Queen should have announced them as her new roving ambassadors to the Commonwealth, and then they'll be based in Canada. It could have been done, the same thing could have been achieved without ruffling anybody's feathers, just very neat. And then they'll just move to Canada. And from there, they'll just start to, whittle back their duties. And the whole financial independence thing, that did not need to be announced. They sound really stupid.
But when they registered their website, which was literally last year in March, without even telling the royal family about what their decision is, on their website, they talked about branding.
Yeah.
Branding the Sussex Royal and hoping to, put it on clothing or educational items to monetize the monarchy as well. So it's like they want to eat their cake and have it.
I remember when Sarah Ferguson got divorced from Prince Andrew. And I do have to say, Meghan Markle complains about her coverage in the press. To be fair, the press have been nicer to her than they were.
We'll talk more about that as well.
Than they were to Fergie. Because I remember headlines, the actual headlines, not even nasty comments, because then there was no internet. Duchess of Pork, she was called. How nasty. Kate Middleton, actual headlines, weighty Katie. Actual headlines, doors to manual, because her parents were flight attendants. Meghan did not get any of that. So to be fair, they're nasty to everybody. Meghan's threshold is lower, which is fine. Some people are more sensitive. But the way you withdraw can be handled in a nicer, neater, more respectful fashion to that old institution. It's old and it's also fragile.
Absolutely.
Any kind of issues within the royal family can make Republicans start to call for an abolition of the monarchy. They're very careful. So all of this did not need to be public.
It's amazing because the world have been reacting to the news. On Thursday, London's Madame Tussauds Museum announced that they will be removing the waxworks of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex from its royal family set. The works previously stood alongside the Queen, Prince Philip, the Prince of Wales, the Duchess of Cornwall, and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Madame Tussauds said they will be separated from Harry and Meghan to mirror their progressive new role within the royal institution that they're sentenced.
It's not just the Madame Tussauds in London that is moving them away from the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh. Also the Tussauds in New York. Williams, the manager of that outfit in New York, has also said they will do the same thing. To just watch and how to see how they settle down into their new role. There is a sense in which Prince Harry and the Duchess of Sussex seem to want to represent to champion a new liberal monarchy, create a new face of the monarchy. But they want to do so on their own terms. Whether those terms will be acceptable to family and country and the rest of the world, it's something else. But at the moment, if you look at these reactions, Tussauds' reaction looks to be the softest so far. If you look at the British media is not sounding Republican at all. There's visceral racism in the reporting, and they seem to hold Meghan Markle responsible as some kind of bad influence on Prince Harry. Well, they may not be right about that, because Prince Harry, of course, has his own hang-ups from when he was an A-level student, accusation that he cheated, although that could not be proven. When he killed endangered birds, something that will affect someone 6 months imprisonment, but because he's a royal. Of course, he himself complains about how he's been treated, particularly by the media. The truth of the matter is that to be a member of royalty can be very suffocating.
Absolutely. Well, let me tell you.
But what we have seen is this couple, breaking down under pressure from media, from family, and saying we will go our own way. However, the website...
I would like to interrupt you here real quick. Let's just go back, because I want to go back on your point about the media as well. Let's go back to how this whole thing started. Let's take a quick look at their first interview when they just got engaged.
There's a misconception that because I have worked in the entertainment industry that this would be something I would be familiar with. But even though I'd been on my show for, I guess, 6 years at that point, and working before that, I've never been part of tabloid culture. I've never been in pop culture to that degree, and lived a relatively quiet life, even though I focused so much on my job. And so that was a really stark difference out of the gate. But and I think we were just hit so hard at the beginning with a lot of mistruths that I made the choice to not read anything, positive or negative. It just didn't make sense, and instead we focused all of our energies just on nurturing our relationship. Both my parents and my close friends were concerned because we got very quickly swept up in a media storm that, as I shared, was not part of my life before that, but they also had never seen me so happy. And I think also once my friends, were able to really meet Harry and my mom, who we've spent a lot of time with, who was so much fun.
Mom's amazing.
It was just, it was just obvious that no matter what we were being put through, that it was just temporary.
So you see what I was talking about? I mean, knowing that she's been going through this right from the very beginning, I just wish that she kept that sentence.
Yeah, temporary.
Temporary.
I have to say, last year I took my children to Madame Tussauds, and yes, Harry and Meghan's wax figures were with the royal family, but they were slightly separate. They were around a red velvet cordon. People had to queue, so you could just walk up to Elizabeth's statue and take a picture. But with Harry and Meghan, they had to cordon them off because they were so popular. So that you couldn't walk up to Harry and Meghan. There was a long queue for Harry and Meghan. They were the stars, so they are loved. Yes. So you have these stupid media people writing whatever racist nonsense.
Even her dad was doing interviews.
Yeah, which they do to everybody. But the public, you need to have seen the queues for Harry and Meghan.
Yes. Well, let's talk about that.
If I may speak up for the media.
Right.
Now, both the Duke and the Duchess, they've had calls to take the Sun, the Mail on Sunday, and one other newspaper to court, particularly when a letter that the Duchess of Sussex wrote to her father was leaked, I think, by the Sun at the time. And they seem to have a very difficult relationship with the media. But the media insists that, members of the royalty who draw taxpayers' funds are maintained by the people. They have a right to respect the rights of the media to report on them. One of the conditions they've given now is that they want to be taken out of the royal rota system, which gives quite a number of journalists direct access to the royals to report them. They say they don't want that. And the British media is saying, no, you can't engage with the media on your own terms if you draw from sovereign grants and taxpayers' funds.
That's to me, I just think they should just draw out as a whole without expecting any benefits to come with it. At the end of the day, I think they can really provide for themselves if they do that. I think the issue here is that they're expecting so much more to come with it, and that just can't work. Draw out as a whole. Thank you. Just draw out as a whole. I even support them drawing out.
But good news, at the end of the day, Meghan Markle is already getting off us. To be part of, what is this program?
The Crown?
Royal Housewives.
I don't think she's going to go into acting. I mean, even the branding thing also.
No, they will get brand endorsements.
It's about 400. No, I mean, the branding of Sussex Royale, it's already almost £400 million worth.
That's that's another thing that's branding Sussex
I don't think that they will need to do that.
Anyway, thank you, Oji. Don't be surprised if you see Meghan Markle on television.
I don't think she will be on television. I hope not.
Or anchoring a program.
You never know.